I think that all of this funk master flex, all of the nasty shit that I'm staying away from because my moral compass tells me to stay away from it, even if I mention it. But all of that stuff is a pow. It make you back up just a little bit. It make you reassess some things. Enter Joe's viewpoint on Duke. Since 2010, he has sat on that platform kicking my back in. When I appeared to be down, anybody that had something negative to say, he spoke to them. He added fuel to anything that was negative Joe. 2010 to 2014, 15, not a mention of an album, music, none of that, but who cares? Because Joe's meteoric rise, it didn't look possible. But then it happened. And then there was still these passive-aggressive attacks to devalue me while I'm trying to gain capital for me and 50 other people. I had a real problem with that. And so did Kwame Brown.
Question for you.
That apology ticked me off. All my people from South Carolina.
Yeah, I wonder.
Charlamagne from South Carolina. Now there's magically a South Carolina brotherhood. Kwame Brown people from South Carolina. Moncks Corner, Sumter, Columbia, 803. Y'all know the vibes. That apology ticked me off. Everything he was saying to Kwame Brown applies. So are you doing it because this is what's in your heart? Or are you doing it because you got some evil shit in you somewhere, you got some passive aggression, some rage, some hate, I don't know what niggas is into on their own time. What's your question for me, Ish?
You just gave a timeline of
of niggas sitting on white people platforms, kicking my back and adding the things that they knew wasn't true.
All right. So
and the second that somebody else says, I'm going to add to something that he says may or may not be true, lawyers come out, cease and desist come out. He's doing interviews. Oh, Joe said he might interview such and such. That was enough for me. That was it. That let me know Joe is evil. Joe is... Nigga, shut up.
So this, he just asked...
Too many niggas talking about Joe that don't know Joe.
This just adds to my question. If you said from 2010, roughly till now, he's been doing X, Y, and Z to harm you, why do you chop it up with this nigga, man?
The gig is the gig.
That's why I differ.
The gig is the gig.
That's why I
differ. Gig is the gig. See, Ish, and this is where I differ. I just said this to Mandy on the phone this morning. She said, how you doing? How's your mental health? I said, Mandy, when everybody chooses their goal in life or their path, you have to take what comes on that path.
You do. I agree with that.
I chose this.
You're right.
I picked this.
You're right.
They're going to throw their stones. They're going to throw bricks. They're going to want to see me fall on my fucking face. They're going to want to see me rise, fall, get loved, be hated. They're going to want all of that shit. And I'm prepared to get it because I chose this path. I'm with all the smoke. No pun intended.
I agree with you. But what I'm saying is if I know purposely somebody is making a conscious effort to do me harm, whether it's physical, emotional, social, spiritual, whatever the case, financial harm, I'm not talking to you.
We
dog.
just spoke about this.
I'm not kicking it with you. I'm not doing my pull up with you on there. Fuck you.
I disagree with you.
I know.
Let me counter your point.
We two human beings.
Let me counter your point.
I'm not doing that.
But let me put it back to you.
Because then it makes you look phony. If you knew a nigga was shooting for you since 2010 and you sitting there interviewing a nigga in your living room, fuck him. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.